I seriously considered starting this video off saying the F word because of the new FTC policies YouTube is being forced to implement, but fork is just so much more fun to say, god damn it. And then I realized that I'm wearing a sweater that says dog mom, and it's just absolute blasphemy if I curse. What kind of world are we living in? Hi everyone, my name is Holly, and in today's video, oof, we have a massive book haul. It's your favorite type of video, I know, but boy, am I about to flood your TBRs with brand new releases. So let's just all take a step back, take a deep breath in. Now let's take a second one, because instead of showing you the books that I got from publishers first, which I'm very grateful for, let's go ahead and start with the #1 book in this entire pile, like the best book. I'm so excited. What were we doing again? Oh, breathing. That's right. We don't got time. A Little Hatred by Joe Abercrombie. Yes, you've seen me haul the US edition, you've seen me review it and talk about it 100 times, but this is the limited, numbered UK edition with sprayed edges and gorgeous end papers, and it's signed by the man, the myth, the legend. And I also have number 227 out of 500. I pre-ordered this back in May and I finally got it last month, and it took far too long to get to me, but it was so worth the wait. This is the first book in a new adult fantasy trilogy by Joe Abercrombie, and it's set in the First Law universe, so please read those 7 other books first, I beg of you. Oh, and that foiling, it is blinding. Beauty gurus out there, you got competition. Okay, so now let's move on to the books that were sent to me from Orbit. I have an amazing relationship with Orbit, and they were so incredibly generous to me this month. So first off, I have Spellslinger by Sebastian de Castell, and this is the first book in a fantasy series that came out a couple years ago, and I was offered the opportunity to read the first book. The 6th and final one is actually coming out, and I read this immediately, and I really enjoyed it. I'll actually be reviewing it in my wrap-up. And then they oh so kindly offered the rest of the series to me. Like, I literally have no words. So in this whole stack here we have Book 2, Shadow Black, Book 3, Charmcaster, Book 4, Soulbinder, Book 5, Queenslayer, and the most recent one, Crown Breaker, which is Book 6. I cannot get over how amazing these books look all together. That's something that I deeply appreciate when it comes to Orbit, is that their books always match, and they always have the sequels numbered 1 through whatever, so the numbers are always here on the spines, which is so convenient. And update, actually, let me set these down because they do not want to sit still. Not only have I finished the first book already, but I have actually finished the second book as well. These books are so easy to read, and they have been really fun so far. They're very light. I feel like this is a great series to go into if you're new to adult fantasy. Up next, I have Fortuna by Kristen Merbeth. This is the first book in a brand new space opera trilogy, and now I have to admit, I am a book cover hoe, and this book makes me feel things. Hey, I'm not trying to be kid-friendly here, okay? These sexual innuendos is apparently what YouTube wants now. Now the hook to this book are the words space smugglers. Now what the heck are they smuggling? I don't know. Space? I don't even care because it's following siblings. So a brother and sister, which recently I've noticed I really enjoy. So family dynamics in space? Mass Effect. Also, the way Orbit has been promoting this book on social media has been amazing. They keep putting up Instagram stories of all the planets that is within this world, and it's so fascinating. They have me so hyped to pick it up, and I plan to pick it up in December, so I can't wait. So I can't seem to find the next book that I'm supposed to haul. Oh, it's right here. Up next, I have Where Gods Fear to Go by Angus Watson. This is the 3rd and final book to the West of West trilogy, and I actually have the first 2 books right here behind me. It releases in December, which is oh so soon, and I keep telling myself that this series is going to be 5-star reads across the board. But Orbit needs to stop releasing so many books so I have time to finally pick it up. I promise I will, and now I get to binge read the trilogy and then just rave about it to you guys for like 3 months straight. This is a very dark, grim historical fantasy that has a light touch of humor to it, which really reminds me of Joe Abercrombie. The first book essentially centers around a group who is trying to get the safety to ensure the survival of their tribe. We also have savage, isolated Vikings in the mix, which I feel like is really going to shine those historical elements. I can't wait. I truly think this trilogy is going to be a new favorite, and I really just need to pick it up already. Up next, we have the big boy, which is The Light. Oh my god, I almost hit myself in the face. The Light of All That Falls by James Islington, and this is yet again, a third and final book to a trilogy, and this comes out in December. This thing is massive. It is nearly 900 pages, I believe. Oh yeah. Definitely. It's like the size of my head times 4. So this was actually an indie series, and Orbit decided to pick it up, and now it is thriving. It follows a rather large cast of characters and a really unique magic system that is centered around people who are called the Gifted, who are basically magicians, which brings in our main character who is about to fail his exams and become a shadow, which is basically someone who is forcibly denied magic. But as you might imagine, things change, and it brings him along a crazy adventure. All 3 of these books are huge, and they totally remind me of those classic fantasy tomes when I was a kid, and they are such good eye candy on the shelf because the spines are very, very bright. So we have a ton of series enders coming out very soon, and the next one I have here is Bright Steel by Myles Cameron. This is the third and final book to the Masters and Mages series. He's the author of the more popular series called the Trader Sun Cycle. I have actually read the very first book, so I'm very excited to continue on with his work, especially with some of his newer stuff. This is a coming-of-age story that reads like a traditional fantasy. The first book, Cold Iron, really boasts wonderfully when it comes to a diverse cast. It has a really nice gender balance, and it takes place in a very large city that has all kinds of different cultures, which brings lots of exciting new elements to the story. It deals with class systems as well, which is very hip and fresh. I'm really excited to see where this author takes this new story. And the final book I have here that was kindly gifted to me from Orbit is The Queen of the Conquered by Kaysen Callender. This is a beautiful finished copy. I actually read the arc of this, and I really enjoyed it. I read it a couple months ago. If I can find my wrap-up where I reviewed it, I'll link that down below for you if you're interested. But this is a incredibly diverse Caribbean-inspired fantasy that holds a lot of raw emotion that's centered around culture and family and politics. The sequel was actually just announced, and they released the cover for it, and holy crap, it matches this one so perfectly. Moving on, I have Master of Sorrows, which was sent to me by the author Justin T. Call. Thank you for sending me your book. This book releases in the US and Canada next year in February, so you have a little bit of a wait. It's a dark fantasy debut for fans of the Poppy War and The Name of the Wind. Very highly compared, which I like. This story revolves within an era where magic doesn't exist, and the author describes this story as like an origin story of the Dark Lord. So it delves into a very detailed backstory about our villain, and I know how we all love our villains, but of course it's much more than that. It follows our main character who is a student, and he is training to become a master, and masters dedicate their lives to receive and store magical artifacts. This sounds so good. It sounds very complex and character driven, and it kind of sounds like the world puts the word epic to shame. Alrighty, so the rest of these books are actually YA, and the first one is Reverie by Orion Lishala. This beautiful finished copy was a surprise gift from Source Books, so thank you very much. It's a new YA fantasy that comes out on December 3rd, and it is all the rave within the YA community because one of the characters, I think the center character actually, is a drag queen sorceress, and that alone has got everyone's attention. Early reviews are calling this the gayest book that they have ever read, so if I were you, I would jump on this hype train. Pride flags are shipping off. It kind of sounds like a portal fantasy as well. So we have portals to dream worlds, which are called reveries, and then a group of kids who have to help unravel them before they get out of control, which sounds rad. So we're following Kane, who wakes up after an accident and missing an enormous chunk of his memory, which leads him into a very big adventure to try and recapture what he lost. It sounds really unique, and it does have this magical realism vibe to it, which I'm normally not into, but all of the diverse characters will definitely make up for that. Up next, I have Rogue Princess by B.R. Myles. Now, I believe that this is my very first 2020 physical arc, which is really exciting. This comes out in January. It's a YA sci-fi, and you guys, I love this cover so freaking much. Even though it's romance, which makes me gag, I will give it a chance because of this cover. It's a gender-swapped Cinderella retelling, which really reminds me of Cinder by Marissa Meyer, but I'm sure it has all of its unique qualities of its own. We're following Princess Delia, who must choose a prince in order to secure an alliance and help her failing planet. But she's always dreamed of true love, so she decides to steal a spaceship to avoid the marriage, and what do you know? A handsome stowaway. And I'm willing to give you a chance, even though you scream romance, romance, romance. And then I have another 2020 arc, look at me go, that is All the Stars and Teeth by Adeline Grace. This comes out in February, and as you can tell, probably by this cover with all the seashells and the sea life on it, it's a YA fantasy that involves the ocean, mermaids, apparently a very vengeful one. Follows Princess Amora, who was incarcerated on her coronation day. She breaks out of jail and joins along with a ragtag group of pirates. And there's also mention of her learning soul magic, which sounds very interesting, and that's really all I know about it. She will reign. Sounds like throwing a glass. And the final book in this book haul I'm going to mention really quick because it's been in everybody's book haul. The illustrated edition of Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I pre-ordered this. I got it in October when it came out, and I'm just now hauling it. Not much to say here except it is beautiful. Honestly, this book is perfect. I mean, it's Harry Potter. How could it not be? Hi everyone, so it's actually the next day, and I just got my November Beacon book box and Owl Crate, and I really wanted to open these up in this video. Look at this professionalism happening right now. My microphone on my bed, my laptop beside me, like, this is professional YouTube at its finest. So I do have a coupon code for both of these for Beacon Book Box, so you can use my code HOLLY5 on your very first subscription, and for Owl Crate you can use my code HOLLY on your very first subscription. Now I did have Darren open these boxes and take out like all the plastic and stuff, so everything is already opened for me to film easily. But let's see what's in this Beacon book box. What in the world is that? I don't know. But the theme was crucial competitions. Okay, I am really curious about whatever the heck this is, and we are going to grab it. What in the world? A feather. Okay. Wait, I can't get it. Oh my god. This is like the bougiest thing I have ever seen in my life. So it's a pen with a ginormous feather attached to it. Look at that. It's all bejeweled, which is amazing. What does it say on it? Imagine and it shall be. Let's be honest, this is a tickler. Whoa. What in the world? Okay, first, this. Okay, it's a headscarf, and it looks like, if I can do this one-handed, it has like something from the Night Circus on it. Pretty. Okay, so now we have come to these things, which is making this box so heavy. So obviously it's coasters. The Hunger Games, may the odds be ever in your favor. Let's see if the other one has the same thing. Yeah, but listen to this. Ooh, and there's 4 of them, so that is so well made. Oh my goodness, that's what was making this box so heavy. Yeah, this box is so far so good. So we have this little button pouch that says "We each survive in our own way," by Sarah J. Maas. So this is inspired by Throne of Glass. It is double-sided. I love that sword design. Oh, cool. So it is the book, and I'm so... Oh god, the box is gonna fall. I am so hyped for this book because I adore this illustrated cover. Look at that. And here is the back. This comes with a author letter, which comes with a print on the back. Really cool. And obviously it is signed in red, which matches the book. And the final thing in this box was this print with their monthly recipes on the back. But the print says, "It does not do to dwell on dreams and forget to live," by J.K. Rowling. So there's that if you want it. And I have to agree, this is definitely one of the best boxes they have ever done. So use my code Holly5 to save. Alrighty, moving on to Owlcrate, which is also a very heavy box. And it is stuffed, as you can tell. So, I already know 2 of the items that are going to be in here because they said. And there's one of them right there. A blanket that is inspired by The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. So here's the better part of it. It just says, "All forests are magic," which is so pretty. I love the purple and the blue, like, leaves and trees and all that stuff. It's so pretty. I will say I have gotten a blanket in a book subscription box before, and this Owlcrate one is for sure, like, the coziest. Up next, we have the monthly pin. This is so gorgeous. It's like a lunar moth. Actually, this is where I keep all of my pins. As you can tell, it's almost full. Ooh, their reading planner, which I'm so... Oh yeah, I didn't even tell you. Hold on a second. Hold on. So the theme here was Through the Enchanted Forest, which has spoilers on it. But look at that artwork. Okay, now back to the planner, which I'm so hyped for. Oh my god, this thing is amazing. It is so thick. Hold on, let's flip through here. Okay, so there's the book reviews, the weekly planner. Wait a second. Whoa. So there's a monthly TBR section, a book wish list. So I'd probably put like my book haul right here. And the month! This is like literally perfection. Up next we have a print that says, "Once upon a time, I'd dared to dream of a strange, lovely world where I belonged." So pretty. Oh, like a little promotion for the next Amber and Dusk book. What's this? Oh my goodness! We have stickers for the planner, right? Pip stickers by Pipsticks. Oh my god, everything is so shiny and holographic. Okay, I was lied to. Darren didn't unwrap everything. Okay, so I unwrapped it, and we have a ornament, which they seem to do every year. This one says, "Trees in your eyes, stars in your heart." I have no idea what that is inspired by. I'll look at the spoiler card in a second, but look at that little bird. Okay, so the ornament was inspired by the Raven Boys. Oh my goodness, so we have a metal bookmark, and look at this thing. It is so pretty and shiny. It literally looks like paint, but the quote is a long one. "There was a song in this forest too, but it was a savage song, whispering of madness and tearing and rage," by Naomi Novik. That's really pretty. So, was this Uprooted or something? Okay, so we have come to the book. I know what the book is, but I don't know what the exclusive edition looks like yet. No way. No freaking way. They did another white cover with blue sprayed edges. Oh my god. Okay, so they did the bone houses as a white edition, and I love that so much. It is so pretty. Okay, I need to take it out of the packaging. If you guys didn't get this box, you have no idea how gorgeous this is in person. I literally just want to sit down and read this right now. Like, that's how enticing it looks. So we have this little card right here, which is the author letter, which is really pretty. Holy crap, I'm in shock that they did. There's a signature. Another white exclusive cover. I really hope they keep doing this. But that's what the regular edition looked like. Like, come on. This is so much better. So the next Owlcrate theme, which is on sale, I believe, right now, is Tales of Trickery. So use my code, Holly, to save. And that's what's going to be in the box next month. Alrighty, so that is it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed. Tell me down below what books that you have hauled, or what books that you saw in this haul that you would like for me to read and review very soon. Go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed, because that helps me out so much. Go ahead and subscribe. I upload videos every single week. Go ahead and follow me on Instagram at HollyHeartsBooks and on Twitter at HollyNiece. And until we meet again, happy reading.